So the Sony WF-1000XM5s have a lot of upgrades on them, both on the inside and out. And in general, these are a pair of very impressive ANC earbuds. But today, we're going to see how the Sony WF-1000XM5s compare to both the AirPods Pro 2 and the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, which are your default options if you want a pair of premium ANC earbuds, whether you're an iPhone user or a Galaxy user. Regarding pricing, the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro are the most affordable earbuds here because they have a retail price of $230, whereas the AirPods Pro 2 have a retail price of $250, and then there are the Sony WF-1000XM5s, which have a retail price of $300. So overall, we have a spectrum here when it comes to price. Nonetheless, if you want to pick any of these earbuds up, they'll be linked down below. And if you want to further support the channel, pick up a Big Head approved hat, link down below. We've got trucker hats and snapbacks. By buying a hat, you help the unbiased and unsponsored videos coming, and it also helps us cover more products and produce more versus videos. Thank you to everyone who's already bought a hat, and look out for more designs coming soon. And also, please remember to hit that like button, and let's get subscribed. Now first, let's talk about these cases. Now all of these earbuds have a relatively small cases, and they're all good for everyday carry because they're all relatively small and they aren't too noticeable when they're in your pocket. And all of these cases have wireless charging, which is good. However, the AirPods Pro 2 have the smallest case here because it has the smallest footprint and it's also the thinnest. Now the XM5's case is also very small, but technically it does have a slightly larger footprint and it is slightly thicker than the AirPods Pro's 2 case. But then there's the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro's case, and this case has the largest footprint and it's also the thickest. Overall, the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro are convenient for everyday carry, but these other two options are just smaller. But overall, the AirPods Pro's 2 case is the most impressive case here, because first off, it does have a built-in speaker, so you can make it play a very loud notification if you're looking for your earbuds, and you can also track this case down by using the Find My app if you're using it with an iPhone, whereas with these other two cases, they don't have the same type of traceability. But then there are the battery lives on these earbuds. Now, the AirPods Pro 2 have an advertised combined battery life of 30 hours with their active noise cancellation turned on. The earbuds themselves can go for 6 straight hours and the case can supply 4 additional charges. Whereas the XM5s have an advertised combined battery life of 24 hours with their active noise cancellation turned on. The earbuds themselves can go for 8 straight hours and the case can supply 2 additional charges. And then there are the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, which have an advertised combined battery life of 20 hours with the active noise cancellation turned on. The earbuds themselves can go for 5 straight hours and the case can supply 3 additional charges. But overall, I am gonna have to say that the AirPods Pro 2 have the best case size to battery life ratio here because they have the smallest case here, but they also have the longest combined battery life here. However, you might want to go with the Sonys if you want something with a lot of stamina, because with the Sonys they can go for as long as 8 hours with the active noise cancellation turned on. But also with all of these earbuds, you'll be able to extend their battery lives if you use them with their active noise cancellation turned off. But now let's talk about the earbuds themselves. Regarding fit, these are all in-ear earbuds. However, these earbuds fit very differently from one another. Now, the Sony XM5s are a pair of standard fitting in-ear earbuds, as in they go into your ear canals a decent amount. Whereas with the AirPods Pro 2, these are a pair of shallow fitting in-ear earbuds, as in they don't go in as deep into your ear canal, so they feel less intrusive and they feel more comfortable, but they do offer less lockdown. And then there are the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, which are shallow fitting like the AirPods Pro 2, but they go in a little deeper but not as deep as the Sonys. So in general, I do feel that the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro are the most comfortable earbuds here because they don't feel as intrusive as the Sonys, but they offer better lockdown than the AirPods Pro 2. Now, even though the Sony XM5s fit well, we do have to address their foam ear tips. Now, these foam ear tips are supposed to offer more lockdown and they're supposed to passively block out more noise, and they do that. But the thing about these foam ear tips is that they can get a little itchy after a while. Now, they aren't as itchy as their predecessor because they are a little softer, but the silicone ear tips on both the AirPods and Galaxy Buds rarely get itchy. So overall, comfort-wise, I feel the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro are number 1, closely followed by the AirPods Pro 2, and in last place are the Sony XM5s. Now, when it comes to connectivity, with all of these earbuds, each earbud establishes a connection with your phone. So if you just want to use one earbud at a time, you can use either one, it doesn't matter. And this is the connection setup that we expect to see on all of our earbuds nowadays. Now, with both the AirPods Pro 2 and the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, you'll be able to easily hot swap between any of your devices if you use these earbuds in their respective ecosystems. So AirPods are great if you're an Apple Power user, as in you have a lot of different Apple devices, and Galaxy Buds are great if you're a Galaxy user, because then that would mean you have a lot of different Galaxy or Samsung devices. But with the Sonys, they can be simultaneously connected to any two Bluetooth devices regardless of ecosystem. So these are a really good option if you're a power user with devices from different ecosystems, because with the Sonys, you'll be able to, let's say, for example, be connected to your iPhone and your Windows machine, and you're going to be able to hot swap between the two without any problems. And when it comes to overall performance, all of these earbuds have zero latency across the board when watching movies or videos on your phone, whether you're using an iPhone or an Android device. And when it comes to audio codecs, the AirPods Pro 2 only have support for SBC and AAC, whereas with the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, these also only have support for SBC and AAC, but you will get a higher bit rate if you use these earbuds with a compatible Galaxy device. But then there are the Sonys, which have support for SBC and AAC, but they also have support for LDAC, which is Sony's own in-house high-res audio codec. Just keep in mind that if you want to use LDAC, you do have to be an Android user, because iPhones top out at AAC, and also if you do decide to use LDAC, that is going to take an additional toll on the battery life. But now let's talk about actually listening to music with these earbuds. Now, first off, you can't directly adjust the EQ on the AirPods Pro 2 to your liking like you can with these other two earbuds. Whereas with the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, you can only adjust their EQ if you're an Android user, because their app doesn't work on iOS. Whereas with the Sonys, you can adjust their EQ to your liking whether you're an iPhone user or an Android user, because their app works on both iOS and Android. But when it comes to the actual sound quality of these earbuds, they all sound good, but they do sound a little different. With the Sonys, these have good instrument separation, but also these have a good amount of resonance in their bass if you go into their EQ setting and raise the clear bass slider. And since you can adjust the EQ to your liking on these earbuds should be able to please people who like either a neutral EQ or a bass heavy EQ. But then there's the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, and I can't help but feel that these have slightly better instrument separation, and they also have a decent amount of resonance in their bass. But these earbuds just don't have as much resonance in their bass as the Sonys, and the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro just like to lean towards a brighter sound signature in general. But finally, there are the AirPods Pro 2, and these are actually my favorite sounding earbuds. Now, even though you can't directly adjust the EQ on these earbuds, they sound very balanced and they sound very open. But even though they sound very balanced and very open, their bass has a lot of resonance to it. But even when the bass on the AirPods Pro 2 really gets going, their bass doesn't muddy the rest of the music, and the mids and highs are still well defined. So overall, all of these earbuds sound good, but for me, the AirPods Pro 2 are the best sounding earbuds here, because they have both the best instrument separation and they also have the most resonance in their bass. Now, when it comes to controlling your media with these earbuds, I do feel that Sony has the least intuitive touchpads here. Now, you can tap to skip through your music and you can tap to adjust your ANC settings. But to adjust the volume in these earbuds, you have to continuously tap, which feels very clunky. Whereas with the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, you can tap to skip through your music and you can tap to adjust your ANC settings. But you can also activate their Tap the Edge feature, so you can adjust their volume by double tapping on the edge of these earbuds. And this feels a little more elegant than Sony's method. But then there's the AirPods Pro 2, which have their stems that you have to squeeze. Now again, you squeeze to skip through your music, and you can also adjust your ANC settings. But also, if you swipe up or down on either stem, you can adjust your volume. And this is much better than these other two earbuds. And I'll quickly mention that all of these earbuds have aware sensors, as they should. But more importantly, I feel that the AirPods Pro 2s are the best sounding earbuds here, but also they have the most intuitive method of interacting with your media. But now let's talk about the active noise cancellation on these earbuds. Now, the active noise cancellation on the AirPods Pro 2 and on the Sony WF-1000XM5s is very impressive, and they actually block out as much noise as a pair of mid-tier ANC headphones. But just don't expect the ANC on these earbuds to block out as much noise as a pair of premium ANC headphones, like let's say the Sony 1000XM5 headphones, the Bose QC45s, AirPod Max, or the Sennheiser Momentum 4s. And when it comes to overall ranking, for me, the AirPods Pro 2 and the Sony WF-1000XM5s are neck and neck for first place, closely followed by the Bose QC Earbuds 2. Below them are the Sennheiser Momentum 3s. Below them are the Sony WF-1000XM4s. Below them are the Sony LinkBud S. Below them are the Jabra Elite 85Ts. Below them are the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro. And below them are the Google Pixel Buds Pro. Now, the reason why I say the Sony WF-1000XM5s and the AirPods Pro 2 are neck and neck is because with the AirPods Pro 2, they do a slightly better job of blocking out constant lower frequency sounds like road noise, whereas with the Sonys, these do a slightly better job of blocking out random higher frequency sounds like chatter. Overall, both of these earbuds are great, but here I do feel that you're going to have to decide whether you want to block out more road noise or if you want to block out more chatter. But regardless, both of these earbuds are great, and the difference between these two earbuds is very small. But then there are the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, and plainly said, the ANC on Samsung's earbuds have never been super impressive, and it's never been up there with, let's say, Apple, Bose, or Sony. Now, the ANC on the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro is still useful, but these are just not going to block out as much noise as either the Apple or Sony. But like I mentioned in the past, I only use the active noise cancellation on my earbuds when I have to, and what's really important to me is the quality of their ambient mode. Now, the ambient mode on the AirPods Pro 2 is very impressive because it sounds very natural. The microphone array on these earbuds also does a very impressive job of blocking out wind noise when walking outdoors. In situations where other earbuds will pick up wind noise, the AirPods Pro 2 still won't, and also the ambient mode on the AirPods Pro 2 will actively protect your hearing from sudden loud noises, which is especially useful if, for example, you're walking outdoors and a siren rolls by, or if a dog just starts barking. The ambient mode on the AirPods Pro 2 isn't just going to blast and amplify that noise into your ear canal. But then there's the ambient mode on these other two earbuds. Now, first off, you can actually adjust the ambient mode to your liking on both of these earbuds, and this is something that you can't do with the AirPods Pro 2. Now, the ambient mode on the XM5s also sounds very natural, and this microphone array also does a really good job of blocking out wind noise when walking outdoors, but this ambient mode just doesn't sound as natural, and this microphone array doesn't block out as much noise as the AirPods Pro 2. And then there's the ambient mode on the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro. Now, this ambient mode sounds good enough to get the job done, but if you are in a quieter environment, you are going to hear a constant hissing in the background, which is something that you just don't hear with the AirPods Pro 2. But finally, here's the microphone test, and I feel that the Sonys have the worst sounding and worst performing microphone here. Whereas with the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, these are doing a better job of focusing on my voice. And the AirPods Pro 2 are also doing a really good job of focusing on my voice, but they also have the better clarity here. But the really impressive thing here is that the AirPods Pro 2 do the best job here of dealing with noise pollution. Because right now, this microphone is doing a really good job of reducing all of this road noise. Because for comparison's sake, if we were to switch over to my lapel microphone, you're going to clearly hear all of this road noise. But if we were to switch back over to the AirPods Pro 2, it is severely reduced. Now, the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro are also trying to reduce this road noise, but you can still hear some road noise in the background, and there is a little bit of interference going on with my voice. But then here are the Sony 1000XM5s, and these are trying to reduce this road noise, but there is a decent amount of interference going on with my voice. And when it comes to blocking out chatter, the Sonys are trying to reduce this chatter, but there is a decent amount of interference going on with my voice, and clarity isn't where I'd want it to be. And when it comes to blocking out chatter, the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro are doing a decent job of blocking out this chatter, but there is still some interference going on with my voice. So overall, I do feel that both the AirPod Pro 2 and Galaxy Buds 2 Pro have better sounding and better performing microphones than the Sony WF-1000XM5. But if phone calls are really important to you, then you are going to want to go with the AirPod Pro 2. So with all that being said, the AirPod Pro 2 are a great default option if you're an iPhone user looking for a pair of premium ANC earbuds, and the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro are also a good pair of premium ANC earbuds if you're a Galaxy user. Now personally for me, I feel that with the AirPod Pro 2, you're going to get an overall better experience over the Sony WF-1000XM5s, because first off, their case is smaller, they're more comfortable to wear, they sound better, they have a better sounding ambient mode, they have a better sounding microphone, and you can track their case through the Find My app. The only reason why I would get the Sony 1000XM5s over the AirPod Pro 2 as an iPhone user is because you need something with a longer stamina between charges. But then there are the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro versus the Sony WF-1000XM5s. The XM5s block out way more noise. They also have a better sounding ambient mode. They have a longer lasting battery life, and they have a smaller case. The only thing to look out for on the XM5s is that they might not be as comfortable to wear as the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, and their microphone isn't as good. If you made it this far, I guess you enjoyed the video, so hit the like button and get subscribed. If you want to pick any of the products up, they'll be linked down below. And if you want to further support the channel, check out the merch. I made some shirts and hoodies that look and feel great. And you know I can be very particular, so I'll only slap my name on something if I'm really proud of it.